So a common misconception is like, oh, it's a numbers game, like, and only a numbers game. I would say, yes, the GMAT, obviously GMAT, GRE, GPA, all important, right? And if you're coming in with a 1.5, it's hard to push you further along the process. But we probably turn away more people based on the qualitative parts, the essay parts, right? And so that's something I would say I would focus on is we can tell whether someone has written an MBA application and they've done like the full copy paste, like, and they've just replaced this school's name with that school's name, and focused, like the ones that stand out are really about know why they're getting an MBA, right? Hands down, that's the most important part. Know why you're getting an MBA, know what you're looking for, and then decide which schools best fit what you're looking for example, right? So for example, if you're an entrepreneur and you want entrepreneurship resources, right, start there. Don't start with I'm going to apply to Booth and Kellogg and Stanford and Harvard. Start with what resources you're looking at, and let's say it's entrepreneurship, which happens to be the #1 concentration at Booth. Like more students do that than any other concentration. Then you can say, my name's Annie, I'm really interested in entrepreneurship, and here's how the resources at Booth will help me achieve my goals in that entrepreneurship area, right? The more specific you can be, the better. Because when we're reading those applications, just to give you a really general idea, when we're doing what we call first reads, you submit your application and we're deciding whether or not we want to give you an invite to interview or not, right? What we're really looking for more than anything else are red flags, right? Red flags, and whether or not there's somewhere else in your application that answers those red flags. So let's say you come in with a lower GPA or a lower GMAT. That doesn't mean we're all of a sudden just crumpling up that application being like Kobe and then like never looking at that application again. What actually happens is we're saying, okay, this person may be lower on the quantitative scale in academics, but where are some other areas? Maybe it's in an internship. Maybe it's in their essay where they're speaking to a project that they've done. Maybe it's into the letter of recommendation. Again, that coaching, maybe saying to your manager, hey, my grades are a little bit low, so if you could speak to my ability to work with large data sets or something like that in that recommendation. We actually look for ways we'd prefer to push you forward, right? And so that's one of the things we look for red flags. Those red flags could be, this person looks really great, but I don't know why they want to come to Booth, right? And we've seen a lot of applications that says you'd be a great fit for the MBA, right? But I don't know, if you would actually benefit, if this would actually help you with your goals, because I don't know what your goals are, even though you might have a 4.0 GPA and a perfect GMAT score, right? So intentionality and clarity on why you want to get the MBA and why specifically a school, what specific resources, those are honestly the things that stand out the most. I will say reading an application, a lot of students feel this pressure, especially when they see like, this is a 250 word maximum, right? That they have to fill up that entire space. Go for clarity over length every single time. Don't feel like you have to pack everything into your resume, right? We know that there is no way that you're going to fit everything that represents who you are in 1 to 2 pages on a resume, right? But what you want to go for is the highlight reel. Like if I walk away reading this person's resume, right? Is there a narrative? Is there something that says, I know what this person is passionate about? Or do I see just 8 to 10 different titles, right? Because and so as a recommendation, and this goes for both deferred scholars who apply to CBS or our full-time program, we have a section that talks about activities, right? Don't just copy the bullet points in your resume and then paste them into your activities. That activities section is a great opportunity to tell us a little bit of the quote unquote non-resume aspects of your job. Here's why I did this internship. Here's what I'm most proud of. Here's the lessons I've learned from this experience, right? And they don't have to be formal paid work experiences either, right? They could be personal projects, they could be other things, but use as much of that activity section to humanize who you are beyond like, I raised, like application rates by 58%. And I'm like, that's great. But are you a human being on top of that? Who are you? And I think that personality is something that often gets overlooked because students are looking to, or applicants are looking to check all the quantitative boxes so much.